Did you know that your one-on-ones are actually employee discipleship opportunities? Years ago, when I first became the chief HR officer for a large company, I started having bi-weekly meetings with all of the HR staff. Months later, I realized that we were not moving any projects forward at the pace I expected or desired. My senior leaders finally told me that these meetings were just a waste of time. No one was paying attention, everyone was multitasking, and no one had any motivation to contribute. So I finally scrapped all of those meetings and scheduled weekly one-on-ones with my direct reports, every half an hour on Fridays. It was a beating, but we were finally starting to get some things accomplished. We were able to speak candidly about their obstacles and their frustrations, and I was able to counsel them and point them in the right direction to make connections for them, and even get to know them on a more personal level. What are your plans for the weekend? As a result, for years now, I've scheduled weekly touch points with the people who report to me. Not an annual review, not my door's always open, and then we never actually talk. Every single week, and I'll tell you why. It's been one of the most valuable things I've ever done as a leader, because an effective one-on-one isn't just a status update or an accountability session. It's discipleship. Think about how Jesus actually led. He didn't hand the 12 disciples a job description and check in once a year. Mark tells us he appointed them so that they might be with him day after day. He walked with them. He knew them. He corrected them in the moment. And then he sent them out ready to disciple others. That's what a real one-on-one does. So let me give you 3 things to make your one-on-ones count. First, if there's an obstacle, you remove it this week before it grows into a crisis. Course correct early. Second, get to know the person, not just the worker. Ask about their family. Ask about their weekend. Find out what their personal goals are. You're not just coaching a career, you're shepherding a human being that God has put in your charge. Third, don't solve every problem for them. Let them think and wrestle through it and come up with a solution on their own. Ask good questions. That's how people grow. Iron sharpens iron. And remember, you're sharpening a person, not just fixing a problem. Because here's the truth. Every person on your team is someone Christ went to the cross for. And when you sit down with them week after week, knowing them, correcting them, believing in them, you're not just managing their performance, you're discipling them. Now, go do God's work.